right, guys. So some of you are having trouble, or we're all having trouble, all learning this new Google and online platform. So let's talk about our Google Forms and entering information into them, because a lot of you are getting the answers incorrect because of that. And it's not that you don't know how to do the math, because I can see what you've typed in there and you're getting it correct. We just are not typing it in the form correctly. And since we're going to have to use a lot of Google Forms, we may have to let's just try to get on the same page here. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you how to type some stuff into the Google form. Maybe. So now, all right. So as soon as it tells me, I'm going to go over. All right. So the first form that you've got is the exponential and expanded form practice. So obviously you're going to type your last name. This stuff's easy. Then you're going to select your class period. That just helps me sort. And then let's look at this one. So write the next question in expanded form. Which choice is below? So expanded form means it is written out all the way in multiplication, no exponents. So this one is expanded form. Now, it wants you to write these in expanded form. So 2 to the third means 2 is multiplied by itself 3 times. So there's actually two ways. So you just use the little star. So 2 times 2 times 2, because the little star in your computer, which if you have a keyboard, it's above the numbers. If you don't, you hit Shift 8 and it gives you the little star. That's going to allow it to show up as correct. 8 to the 5th means you're going to multiply 8 times itself 5 times. So 10 to the 7th means you multiply 10 by itself 7 times. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 6 to the third. You use a little star key. So we're going down here to the next one. It says write the next set of questions in exponential form. Which choice below is in exponential form? So 5 to the fourth, that little caret, that little upward arrow means exponential form. So we choose that one. 7th to the third. So there's 3 sevens. So our base stays the same. And we're going to use the little up arrow that's on the top of 6. So if you hit Shift the number 6 on your keyboard, it's going to put that little symbol in there, and then we have 3 of them. So let's go here. We use the number 3 because that's our base, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So we hit Shift, the little caret sign. That's what it's called, but it's a little up arrow, and the number 6. Let's go down here to this one, number 10, or 10 to the 4. There's four tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in exponential form, we have the number 10. We're going to hit the little Shift caret key, and the exponent is 4. Okay. So that's how you type them into the Google form. Let's go to another Google form so we can look at it. Make sure you are reading the directions. So evaluating means that you're actually going to find the answer. So 5 to the second power actually means 5 times 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. So that's what it's asking for. So if it asks you to evaluate is a fancy word for solve. So find the actual answer. Okay. Let's look at another form that you might have. I'm going to have to go to a Google Classroom so we can look at that. Let's go to multiplying exponents form. So that you can see how to type that in. So it's wanting you to write this one in expanded form. So we got 2 to the third, which means we're going to multiply 2 by itself 3 times. Multiplied, so we hit the star button again, by 2 to the fourth. So we have 2 multiplied by itself 4 times. So a total of 7 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Write the answer in exponential form for all the next questions. So wanting it to write it in exponential form means that little caret upward button. So 4 to the 6th times 4 to the 8th. We're actually leaving 4 the same. Use our little caret key. And 6 plus 8 is 14. So we're going to say 4 to the 14th power. All right. So that's how you type into the Google form. That's the way to actually put your answers. Now, some people are getting tripped up on this one. So 3 to the fourth times 3 to the fifth. Whenever you have things in parentheses, remember parentheses right beside each other with nothing in between it means to multiply. So we would have 3 caret or to the power of that little up arrow. And then we're going to take 4 plus 5. And we're going to have 3 to the 9th power. This one's tripping some people up. All we're using is letters instead of numbers now. So our base is still P. Our base always stays the same. Now we're going to add 2 plus 5 because that's our exponents. Remember, when you multiply by exponents, you add them. So we're going to use the little up arrow, caret, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So that's 2 to the 7th power. Okay. This one, we're still multiplying. We've got 3 to the third times 3 to the fourth times 3 to the fifth. So we just have a little longer question. So we're going to say 3 is our base. We're going to have the up arrow for exponents. And then our exponents are 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. So 3 to the 12th power. Okay. So all you're doing there is, I hope this is just showing you how to use the forms and typing in your numbers. Now this week you're not going to get right or wrong answer credit because we're still learning how to use the forms. I want to make sure you know how to do the math, and I can see that on the form, and it's going to take practice using that and doing it correctly. So you're going to get participation grades, but on Friday when you take your quiz, we really need to try to type those in correctly. All right.